Yeah, go on. Play one tune, yeah? Good to go. Play one tune, yeah? Good to go. Play one tune, yeah? Good to go. Play one tune, yeah? But yeah. Scroll down. Scroll down, scroll down. No, yeah. There you go. Any of them.
Baby, no listen to no fake news, them can't. Could hold it out and them never fake news. Notice say I just be a bad bitch, I get forward from with you. But the one you have feel good girl, them easy. She never did a features, I rate it. Never did a features, half naked. Me never did a piggy R things half way, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a features, half naked. Never did a features, R rated. Me never did a piggy R things half way, that's why me give her ratings. I know every girl I wipe material. I know every girl forget the juice in my seed bag. I know every girl me trust to cook my food, nor boil my tea, not even put the milk in the cereal. Me like a catty when me dival. When we wash for cook for clean and no fuss. When she hear me get a new girl, I know that me mean when me say me fight me demons. Multiple wife legally, no illegal. Yeah, straight, me go crazy. I know every catty can be my first lady. I know every press plus body done pay for plus Tatiana no fit in and no Mercedes. When me say oh luxury dolly for nurse baby, a trouble when luxury dolly turn old lady. So big up every girl with no lazy. Your body big, but why your mommy donate it? I rate it. Never did a dress half naked. Me never did a figgy RB things halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a dress half naked. Never did a dress R rated. Me never did a piggy RB things halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She now wait pan money for reach her and donation. She make reach her man donation. 100 and run, but he waste scalloping her for leave her man, but she stay strong. She know say them are no friends, them are haters. Them sleep with every man in the acre. Can't get nobody for stay long and want the advice for relation. Baby no listen to no fake news. Them can't keep a man cause them never stay true. Could hold it out and them never pay dues. Never shut them out and them wicked and cruel, eh? Bag a man a rush but them just a get yours. Everything them have them did a fear blows. Instagram live them nude for the views. Baby that I know you though. Sure, I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy RB things halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures R rated. Me never did a piggy RB things halfway. That's why me give her ratings. One wish.
Okay, Shalom. With the ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General
Which
Yohana.
shop is that?
What's what? What's wrong?
Large Road.
Oh, so lucky. That's it. So yeah, with ISUPK started as 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And from 1969, we've been teaching at the one. Okay.
So you want to come down and give my jump start?
Okay, that's right. Okay. And from 1969. From 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Jews. According to the Bible, we use the Bible. The Bible is not a white man's book. We have classes at 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 9. We also have scripture breakdown class every Thursday, 7 to 9. We have Lashawan Kodash as well, which is a holy tongue. We teach Hebrew as well every Friday, 7 to 9 as well. And we have a podcast, which is 9 to 11 every Friday as well. Make sure you log into that. So with that, we're going to get into the class. Any questions, let me know. Sorry, brother, you had a few questions to ask? Yeah, grab that mic there and ask it. I'll answer your questions. Yeah, no, grab the mic and say your question, if anything.
Well, my question is, what's the real mission statement for this movement?
What's the real mission?
Mission for this movement.
I'll show you in the Bible. So the mission is to wake up our people. Who's our people? Our people are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. For long, we've been called black or Jamaican or Caribbean or Hispanic. These are the names that they put on our people. Prior to that, who was our people? What language did we speak? How did we dress? What's our culture? We celebrate Christmas because the white man gave us Christmas. We're Muslim because the Arab man taught us to be Muslim. We're Rastafarian because the Ethiopian and the East Indians taught us to be a Rastafarian. What's our own? Black people are the only people that don't have a God that looks like them. The Arab man, Allah is an Arabic name. Jesus is a white man, the white man name. Vishnu and Krishna, they're all Indians. So what's the black man's God? What do black people serve? You're going to find out that this book here is our book. It's not a white man's book. This book was translated from Hebrew and Greek, and we got it today. And we found that in the Bible that our people are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And our job is to go all around the globe, waking up our people. And we're going to get a kingdom of our own. Kingdom just means what? Rulership of our own. I'm going to get it to you in Matthew 5 and 10. 1 second. This is Matthew 10 and 5. No, 1 second. Bear with me a second. Yeah, Matthew 10 and 5. And it reads, these 12 Jesus sent forth. So Christ had 12 disciples. He sent them forth to do what? Go out there and teach. And this is what he taught them. And commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles. Now, a Gentile is a non-Israelite, a non-Jew. Contrary to popular belief, Jesus Christ didn't love everybody. Contrary to popular belief, God don't love everybody. God loves his people, which are black people. That's who they are. According to the Bible, I can show you up at the Bible that Christ was black. King David was black. Moses was black. All the men of the Bible were black. And Christ told his people, don't go to the other nations. Go to our people only. And into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Christ told his men, don't go to nobody but the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And to this day, we are still that lost sheep of the house of Israel. We're the brothers who are lost. I got a British surname. Why? Because a white man whipped my foreparents back and gave me a surname. We're lost. The Indian man ain't lost. Chinese man ain't lost. African man ain't lost. East Indian man ain't lost. They know where they come from. They know what language they speak. They know what their religion is. But there's one people, no matter where you go, whether it's Jamaica, America, England, Brazil, there's one people who are lost. There's one man who's got a Portuguese surname. Why? Because his slave masters were Portuguese. There's one man that got a Spanish surname. Why? Because his slave masters were Spanish. There's one man that got an English surname. Why? Because slave masters were English. And that's us, man. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel to this day. And our mission is to go out there and wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We're the only people lost. Imagine this, we're the only people that call ourselves African. We call ourselves a whole continent, man. The white man don't do that. The white man says I'm French. And you never in your life heard a white man say, yo, I'm European. A white man says I'm French. I'm British. I'm Italian. I'm from Turkey, whatever the case may be. Black men are the whole continent, man. That's how lost we are. Black men are two continents. We're African and American. I'm African American. Two continents, man. Named after white people. How can you be two continents, man? A black man's a hairstyle and a region. Well, I'm Afro-Caribbean. How are you a hairstyle and Caribbean? Caribbean means dog. Christopher Columbus called the Caribbean people dogs, man. They called them Caribs, which means dogs. That's how lost we are. And our job is to teach our people to wake up, man. Did that answer your question, brother?
Yes. Basically, you're saying it's to bring black people as a collective to one religion and a sense of self and identity.
That's right. But let me give one further. What we teach is not religion. Religion is something that any man can join. You can be an Indian man and be Buddhist. You can be a Chinese man and be Christian. You can be a white man and be Muslim. What we teach, you need to be born it, man. You need to be born it. God made races of people, made white people, Chinese people, Arab people. Then he made one race of people that he chose for himself. I said, these are my people. You are chosen, and that's us. And because we disobeyed God, because we wanted to do what we wanted to do, and celebrate Christmas and Easter and birthdays, God put us in the position that we're in. Have you ever noticed, no matter where we are on the face of the globe, we're on the bottom? We go to Brazil, we're on the bottom. We go to Jamaica, we're on the bottom. We go to England, man. England, one of the richest countries on the face of the earth. Why are black people on the bottom? You go to America, Canada, places that are rich. You think, well, black people are poor in Jamaica, you know, because it's a poor country. We're poor in Brazil because it's a poor country. But in England, surely we do good, man. In England, surely we won't have black on black crime. In England, surely we won't sell drugs, because in England, why is it black people sell drugs even in these rich countries, man? You're not going to tell me it's because we're dumb. You're not going to tell me because our IQs ain't that good. You're not going to tell me because, you know, it's a lack of self. God is not on our side, man. God is not. Clearly, God can't be with us. No matter where we go, there's ghettos. And we fill up these ghettos all over this globe, man. Clearly, God's not with us. I'm going to show you to you, man. It's the book of Deuteronomy. Bear with me. Deuteronomy 28. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 1. So Moses led the Israelites out of slavery. The Israelites are a race, a nation of people. Led them out of slavery, and he gave them rules from God, man. And this were the rules from God. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command you this day, that the Lord will set you on high above all nations of the earth. So the Lord told Moses that if we listen to him and we keep his statutes and commandments, what statutes and commandments? The rules, man. The Lord told Moses that if we keep his rules, he will put us on high above all nations. Now, brother, are black people on high above all nations? We're below all nations, man. Every nation, even in countries like Jamaica, where we dominate, man, the Chinese man treats us like shit, man, in our own language, in our own land, man. East Indian man owns every single shop in our own land, man. We are beneath all nations. And why is that? Because we disobeyed God. We wouldn't obey God, man. God said, if you listen to me, I will put you on a high above all nations. We didn't listen. That's why we're below all nations, man. No matter where you go, nobody wants to be black people. The Indian man went to Jamaica. The Indian man was nobody in his own country. The Indian man in Jamaica was the Indian man in Jamaica, the Indian man in Trinidad, the Indian man all over the Caribbean was the rejects of India, man. The rejects, the people that no one wanted, man. And guess what? They come to Jamaica and they're better than us. They come to Jamaica and we want to be them. And in their own country, there was a scum, there was the lowest of the lowest, man, the bottom of the barrel. And we want to be just like them. We lie and say, yeah, I'm cool, man. We run down their women. I want to be like them. When they're the rejects, man. I'll skip down to verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So God said, if you don't listen to me, then all these curses will come upon you, man. You know what a curse is? A curse is a punishment from God, man. That's what a curse is. It's a punishment from God. And God said, if you disobey me, all these curses will come upon you, man. All these punishments will come upon you. And let me tell you something, man. You can't tell me that black people ain't punished by God, man. How is it the East Indian man can come to England and not even speak English and do better than black people, man? How is it the Somali man can come to England after black people and do better than black people, man? That could only happen if what? If black people are cursed. If the Lord is not on our side, man. That's the only way it can happen. And 1 second. Let me skip down to the part that I want. This is the part that I want, verse 68. And it reads, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spoke to thee. Now, let me tell you something, man. Who went into slavery on ships? What nation of people went into slavery on ships, man? Do you know any nation that went into slavery on ships? Do you know, brother?
Let me think.
No? I'll tell you, man. Black people. Black people are the only nation of people that went into slavery on ships, man. That's us. We're the only race of people that went into slavery on ships. No one else has, man. And that's how you know the Bible's talking about us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. No other nation has been through what we've been through. No other nation has experienced what we've experienced, man. You get me? Press me 1 second. Mute that 1 second. I know, so I was feeling it for after Ariella, man. Clap it up, man. Give it. Thank you. Maxie, I always try that more about green, man. Give my voice.
You know. Yeah, look at that already.
It's a luck. Had some technical issues with my car. Did the announcement, sir. Shalom, yo, Bashim Yoshai, to the brothers, yo, Shemai, Ladan, Bashim Yoshai, to the sisters. Okay, without further ado, we're gonna just cut straight into tonight's class. If you wanna type it in, Mosa, it's Cat 5 came from the Most High.
Too late, I should change that. I've always started the stream.
Okay, but tonight's topic is Cat 5.
Mike,
Okay.
Mike as well. Tio, I know
What mic there?
right. Sit down, Tio. There you go.
Are you take it off? Struggle with these mics, you know. So tonight's topic, Cat 5. Cat 5 came from the Most High. What's Cat 5? Can anyone in class tell me what Cat 5 is?
Category 5, earthquake.
Can't. Category 5, earthquake.
Okay.
Hurricane, yeah, not earthquake, hurricane. So you might want to put, let's start off with a video. Because there's a lot of talk in Jamaica at the minute about this was man-made. That Jamaica, we have a magical, godlike prime minister. Holiness. What's his first name? Andrew Holiness, Mozart. So my people in Yard are telling me that this guy is mystical. This guy's caused the hurricane. So are we really putting our national leaders on a pedestal equal to the Most High God? Are we really doing this nowadays? Are we really going to go there? We already do this in the Christian church. We already do this in religion and in denominations. Are we going to start doing it with our prime ministers, with our leaders? Who's next? Who's the prime minister of the UK? Keir Starmer. I mean, these people are not worthy of any title other than a nation's leader. That's all they do. They own the leadership of nations. They are not the Most High God. They don't have mystical powers. Right. They cannot open seas and serpents in staffs into serpents. They can't raise the dead. They can't do none of these things. But guess who can? The Most High God of our records can do these things. The Most High God of Israel. So just type into Google for me. We're gonna start off with a video. And if someone can get me, Mozart, if you can get me 2 Chronicles 7:14, Mozart. While we're waiting for the video to load. The video's called. The video is Okay, so the video is death toll. Just type in death to YouTube. Death toll climbs. So bear in mind, this video was reported a week ago, 8 days ago. So the death toll's gone up now, allegedly to, I think it's 55 or 60. We know, if you've got family and people in Jamaica, we know that there's been over 100 deaths. So there's people that are missing in Jamaica that not been accounted for. Yeah, but let's listen to the news. We're going to watch this report and we're going to take the class from here.
Which one?
Death toll Monday news. Scroll up, other one. Yeah, they're here. Hold on. Midday news. Right there, sir. Second Chronicles. Voltage, sir. Okay, why the video's loading? Is that it? I don't know. Okay.
Good afternoon and welcome to the midday news. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Death toll from Hurricane Melissa climbed. Melissa. And later in sports, as some decided about resumption of man-in compass.
Details. We begin this afternoon with the latest death toll from Hurricane Melissa. Speaking at a press briefing this morning, Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon says the death toll has climbed to 45.
Hanover 2, St. Anne 1, Portland 1, St. Elizabeth 18. So that's a total confirmed of 45. In terms of post-mortems, they have been able to conduct 33 post-mortems to date.
In the meantime, Dr. Dixon says the number of registered donors have increased since the launch of the Support Jamaica website. To date, 170 registered donors and 40 bilateral partners have provided aid to Jamaica.
Up to 8:07 this morning, the total was US $1.08 million plus an extra 53.218 million Jamaican dollars in donations on that portal. There are donations that come in directly to the account, and so at our next briefing on Thursday, I'll be able to give you the total that has come in via direct deposit to the accounts. What I've given you is just for.
Okay, so we get the gist. We get the gist of what we're looking at. So according to up to a week ago, on the news report in Jamaica, 45 people were dead. We know this number's higher than that now. It's over 100, but we're not sure of the specific number. But going back to the class tonight, Cat 5 came from the Most High God. We have got to stop attributing these atrocities to man. We've got to stop making idols out of men, gods out of men. There is only one true God, and that's the God of the Bible, the God of us Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, the Most High God. And we're going to see tonight exactly what's going on. Second Chronicles 7:14, Moses, if you will.
Come on.
If you think that any man can manipulate weather conditions and manipulate the status of this kingdom, of this earth, of this planet, without the nod or the say-so of the Most High God, you're fooling yourself. And these are the things we learn in these religions that have overtaken us and overwhelmed us and overrun us. Okay, you've stuck up in that Christian church and you're learning that this pastor is worthy of your tithes, is worthy of worship and of honor. These things in the ISUPK under the Commander General Yahana we attribute to the Most High God, because he's the only one that's worthy of honor. We honor the Most High God. We give worship and praise to the Most High God. We pay tithes so we can keep pushing the word of the Most High God according to our records. According to our records. And anything outside of that is blasphemy. Anything outside of that is lies. And anything outside of that is nonsense. Second Chronicles 7:14. And just before you touch on that, if mankind created Melissa, okay, so imagine mankind created Melissa and created Cat 5s. Who do you think allowed man to do that? That's ordained by the Most High God. So it does. If we take it back far enough, say Andrew Holness was conspiring with Donald Trump, and there was some big, just for you conspiracy theories, let's entertain your ideology just for a few minutes. Imagine you're right, and the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the President of America have got together and coaxed up this whole thing about they're gonna destroy the economy in Jamaica even worse than it is now for an ideology in the future, that they have a plan, a scheme, a plot. Imagine that's the case here for you conspiracy theorists. That is only going to come to fruition. Why, Mosa?
Because of the Most High.
Because the Most High God allows it. You got something, sir?
I might have missed it. So this is what's going around. That the hurricane's fake.
Yes, yeah.
Where have I been?
But we know what our people are like. We know what Benjamites are like, especially Jamaican Benjamites. Yeah, if they don't know something, there's gonna be a whole lot of there's gonna be a whole lot of gossiping. There's gonna be a whole lot of rumors going around. And now the latest one that's come out of this video is the conspiracy theory that Andrew Holness is together with Donald Trump, and they've concocted this hurricane for whatever reason.
Sorry to cut you. What are they? What's the public saying? Why? Why is it done? Why? I want to know how was that.
It's something to do with Donald Trump and his bullying tactics, and he's convinced or manipulated Andrew Holness to allow America to create a hurricane that does something so that America can bring something in at a later date to make Jamaica money and America more money, more financial gain.
Okay, one more thing. Sorry,
it's a long line.
It's new to me. Sorry, how did Donald Trump do this? Make this hurricane? Sorry, I don't know. You got machine or something? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got the technology, and these conspiracy theorists are saying that they've had the internet since the 90s, the late 90s. Not so much the internet, all the apps that we use today, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube came about when? In the 21st century, late 90s, but they really had it from the 1920s, the 1930s. And this is just part of the whole conspiracy theory. And there's a bunch of people online, and there's a bunch of people in Jamaica that start these rumors. And they've started these rumors because of the Cat 5, because of the hurricane. But let's look at what the Bible says. Let's not look at or let's not scrutinize so much the conspiracy theorists. According to the Bible, nothing's done without the Most High God say so. Nothing can be done without the Most High God ordaining it. This is why we have the ISUPK. We're ordained, the priests and the prophets of the Most High God are in the ISUPK, the home of the truth. And we are ordained to teach this and correct our people when they're coming up with these conspiracy theories. This is our job. This is what we do. 2 Chronicles 7:14. Read that, Mosa.
The book of 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves.
Okay, so the Most High God says, if my people, who are my people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the true biblical Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High God, read.
And pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
And heal their land. Perfect. The only time we were truly saved was when we were keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only time you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have been 100% covered, wrapped in cotton wool, safe. No exposure to these other nations, no exposure to these conspiracy theories, no exposure to fives, no exposure to whirlwinds, no exposure to hurricanes, no exposure to earthquakes, no exposure to fire, to water. Okay, the only time we've been truly safe is when we've been keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Mozart, what class is this?
Cat 5.
No, it's a law class.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a Cat 5 class.
Okay.
It's a law class. And the
Sorry, the law class,
little
sorry.
joker Mozart, if you was paying attention, you'd know this was a law class. Sir, you teach it some weeks. Okay, so read that again, Baba Kishore.
Okay.
No, drop down to verse 19 for me, Baba Kishore.
2 Chronicles 7 verse 19. But if he turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments.
There we go. We're touching straight on it there. Okay, Cat 5's hit us for a reason. What reason's that? Read.
Which I have set before you, and shall go and serve other gods and worship them. Verse 20.
So the Most High God says in verse 19, we love idolatry. We love Jehovah. We love Allah. We love Jah. We love Zeus. We love Thor. We love Onan. Read.
Verse 20. Then will I pluck them up by the roots.
And remember, our God, the God of the Bible, the God of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, is a jealous God. He's never going to let us get away with this nonsense. And this is just the beginning. You think Melissa being the worst hurricane Jamaica's ever bore witness to. Category 5. The worst before this was Gilbert in 88. And that was a category 4. Yeah. Category 5 is tsunami proportions. I mean, we've seen the videos. Our families have sent us the videos from Jamaica. Our people have sent us the videos from Jamaica. There's roads being completely taken out. There's no route in and out to the biggest tourist city in Jamaica, Montego Bay and St. James. There's no way in and there's no way out. Hanover, Dunfor, Westmoreland, there's no route in and out. St. Elizabeth, the entire road is gone. There's no way out of the parish of St. Elizabeth. Trelawney is another place that's been hit. Manchester. Okay, so this isn't coincidence. This isn't man-made. And if it is man-made, it was man-made and it was ordained by the Most High God. Andrew Holness was allowed to conspire with Donald Trump to do this. There's no way this just goes over the Most High God's head. There's no way you get a pass for this. Okay, this is from the Most High God. Cat 5 came from the Most High God. It didn't come from man, regardless the ins and outs of it. You got something?
What's the highest?
That we don't know, because we've only been in Jamaica. We've only seen a Cat 5. Before this Cat 5, there was a Cat 4. Now, I don't know if other parts of the world have seen Cat 6, Cat 7. But what I do know is Jamaica, the worst hurricane Jamaica's ever seen is Melissa in the present current time. And that's a Cat 5. Before Melissa, there was a cat in the 1920s in Jamaica. There was a 1951. Yeah, there was another Cat 4. Yeah, but Jamaica's never seen a Cat 5. This is the worst hurricane Jamaica's ever seen, and it was predicted on record. That's correct. So Melissa is the most devastating storm to date in Jamaica. But no doubt, Haiti had was it an earthquake?
Same,
Well,
I think the same storm, same Melissa, innit?
no, yeah,
Melissa
I
passed
think
Haiti
there was a bit more to it with Haiti, but that's the tribe of Levi, and we can touch on that at a later date. We can do that's a whole class, Haiti and the Levites and their levels of judgment on the island. Because like we say, we touch on this most weeks, a judgment can be a reward or a punishment. But a judgment here, we see it as a warning. This, Melissa, is a warning of what's to come. Okay, read that again, Baba Kashar. Verse 20.
Second Chronicles 7, verse 20. Then will I pluck them up by the root out of my land, which I have given them, and this house which I have sacrificed for my name will I cast out of my sight, and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among all nations.
And will make it to be a proverb and a byword among all nations. Okay, what are we looking at here? We are just Afro anything nowadays, are we not? We're Afro anything. We're Afro American, we're Afro Caribbean, we're Afro British, we're Afro Desiac, we're Afro this, we're Afro that. What the hell? Afro is an abbreviation of the term Africa. Africa is a Roman general, Leosipius Africanus, okay, who conquered Africa in the 4th century, 300 CE or AD, better known as AD. So what are we looking at here, Israel, these so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? We're calling ourselves a byword after a Roman general, after an oppressor, a so-called white man. And we're anything but white.
That's right.
We're anything but oppressive. We're anything but the seed of Esau.
That's right.
Okay? We are the complete opposite. We're Esau's opposite. We bore from the same womb as Esau, but we was his complete opposite and separated from the bough to be hated by Esau forever. Remember, Esau and his tribes, his people, his nation, the Edomites, the so-called white man, have got a perpetual hatred for us, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. A perpetual hatred. And we want to call ourselves them, because that's what we call ourselves. Every time we say we're Afro something, this byword, this proverb is saying that we're white Jamaican, white Bayesian, white British. Look at us. We're not that. We're melanated. We're a people that is loved by God, and he's gave us powers and a spirit that these other nations do not possess. Give me Romans 8 and 28, Baba Kashar. I'm going to skip through these precepts tonight. Any questions, type them into the stream. Any questions in class, hold up your hand. We'll get straight to you.
The back part of Hurricane Melissa came and killed a man in New York City. So if Andrew Holness made the hurricane, then he is responsible for the death of a man, of an
Who's that from?
American man.
Who's that from? You're hiding it. You're hiding it. Just
yeah.
Okay, but we're not saying that Andrew Holness created it, and we're not holding him to account. But what he can be, we're saying Cat 5 came from the Most High God. That's what this class is about. We're going to teach you that the Most High God, we're going to teach our people, these Blacks, Hispanics, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that all things come from the Most High God. Nothing can be done in this kingdom without the say-so of the Most High God. And who executes? The order comes from the Most High God, straight from his throne. And who executes his judgments? Anybody in class?
The Most High execute.
Yeah. But who is Satan? He's an angel. So the angels execute his judgments, his any physical work that needs to be done down here. The angels do it. His loyal servants. Read that, Romans 8 and 28, Baba Kashar.
Okay. The book of Romans 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose.
If you love the Most High, you are on the same page as your brother, whom also loves the Most High. And that's what you get in the ISUPK. We're all on the same page, one accord. Okay? We don't have to discuss certain things. We already know what we're going to do. We got protocol, and guess what? We've got our records. Right. We know exactly what the Most High expects from us. We know exactly what we're supposed to do. We know exactly how to execute it. Why? Because of our records. Don't make no mistake about this. This is a Black history book. Right. This is the records of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We wrote it. Why are all the other nations allowed a slice of our cake? They're not. That has not been ordained. Okay? That is not from them. This was stolen from us. Let's remember that. This was stolen from us by a wicked oppressor and given to all the nations around the world and told it's for everybody. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
Okay. The book of Romans 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose.
Is that verse 28?
Verse 28.
Read verse 29, Baba.
Verse 29. For whom he did forsaken, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
So the Most High God's telling us he knows us before we even popped out of the womb. Predestined. Predestination. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to. Sorry, verse 29. Sorry.
Have you finished 29?
I'm going to 29 now.
Yeah, read verse 29.
Verse 29. For to whom he did foreknew, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
The Lord knows the Lord knows you. The Lord knows you, and he knows everything about you, your spirit, your tribulation, and your works. Moses. Yeah, don't use your phone while we're in class. Your life is predestined, and you were given it to follow Christ and try and be like unto Christ. That's what this means. It was predestined, and we're supposed to study our records, and we're supposed to try and behave and conduct ourselves like how Christ did. We do not do this, so we get category 5. This is what happens to us, and most of the time, let me tell you something. Most of the time, the Most High God is not even throwing down a judgment on us. Yes, there's people dying in Jamaica. Yes, there's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians dying all over the world. But this is a warning. This is to prep us. This is to get us ready for something a lot bigger that's coming. And the Most High God, in many ways, is showing us on a small scale what we don't want. Do we all follow this? This is a warning. Listen, Melissa, was a warning. We shouldn't take it like a judgment, because look, we don't hate our people. We love our people. We don't like the fact that our beautiful Jamaican people are dying and in such conditions at the moment. But the fact of the matter is, according to our records, if we was keeping the law of the Most High God, we wouldn't need these warnings. We wouldn't need Cat 5s. We wouldn't need Hurricane Melissa. This is like, and we don't take this lightly when we say this. This is like being reprimanded by your father because you will not toe the line in the house. You will not do as you're told, and your daddy spanks you again and again and again. This is what's happening with Melissa. We're being spanked. We're being spanked. We got to, so we can build up our spirit and come back to the Most High God. He's not just going to let us go like that. Okay, this is a fight and a struggle. Every day we wake up, this is a war. Even in the ISUPK, every day is a war. But we've got to prepare ourselves for the battle, and we've got to prepare our people for that same battle, that said battle. It's every day. This is ongoing. And how you win that battle is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we erase Cat 5s. Look, we're the only people in this we're the only people in this kingdom that get warnings. We're the only people that hold judgments. Judgment is reserved for us and us alone. We're the only nation of people that the Most High God is familiar with. He's not familiar with these other alien nations. He's not familiar with the white man. He's not familiar with the Arab. He's not familiar with the African. He's familiar with you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. That's who he's familiar with. And that's who he's going to throw judgment down on in this kingdom. Don't worry about the other 17 nations, according to the book of Genesis. 17 other nations created by the Most High God out of the loins of Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Japheth, and Ham. Worry, they've got something much more bigger to worry about in the future. What we've got to worry about is the here and now and getting ourselves right and building our spirits and building our nation and building our people and bringing them back to the ISUPK, bringing them under the command of General Yohana, bringing our people back to the Most High God. This is where you find the spirit of the Most High God, not in that church and not in that mosque. You find him in the ISUPK schools. The vibration of the Most High God, the spirit of the Most High God, this is where you find his spirit. In the schools around the world that say ISUPK outside the front door. In clear black and white lettering. That's where you find the Most High God. That's where you find his truth. Nowhere else. And until we get this right, until we start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments and come home to the Most High God, we are going to keep getting these warnings. We're going to keep the death tolls, the death count's going to keep getting higher and higher for you so-called, for us blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. This is not going to stop until our king returns, until the numbers are in. Drop that. You drop that. So we know our life's predestined. The Most High God knows you better than you know yourself. And if we don't get this right, this is what we're going to face. Cat 5, Melissa, Gilbert, and a lot more, a lot worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. Give me Ecclesiastes 3:1, Baba Kashaf. Any questions in class?
More of a comment.
Come on.
Why you said that we're gonna face more of these things till we fix up. Right? It's mad because you think that poverty was bad enough, from gun crime was bad enough. For, you think that the Lord letting a kid get hit by stray gunfire will make a man change already. The Lord got to bring Cat 5, man. Like, it shows how hard-headed our people are. Like, you think hunger pains will make us say, "Yo, I need to find God." Like, God got to bring Category 6, man. So lucky.
And that's really heavy because you know something that we have to bear in mind and consider. You'd have to be in the ISUPK to understand the spirit of the Most High God and how he works. Okay, we so often we're caught in these religions, in the mosque, in the church, believing we're close to God, we know him. But you have to be in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohana to understand the spirit of the Most High God. And we know that these warnings are because of a father's love for his children. He doesn't send Cat 5s because he hates us. He doesn't send Cat 5s because he wants to utterly destroy us. He sends Cat 5s so we can, just like the captain said, so we can fix the hell up. So we can get ourselves straight, dust ourselves down, and get ourselves right with the Most High God. But while we're up in that church and in these religions, we start to convince ourselves that God's not dealing with us. God don't like us. God must hate us, because we don't understand his spirit. We do not understand his spirit. And like I said, it's only going to get worse. This is going to get worse before it gets better. And the way it gets better is you get yourself into the ISUPK, one of the schools around the world, and you start learning who we are. You start learning these laws, statutes, and commandments. You start keeping your oath, your vow with the Most High God, and come back to him. That's how you save yourself. That's how you save your families. That's how you save your children. Because fathers, no matter how old you are, 50-year-old father, a 21-year-old young father, you're going to pass this on to your children. This is a generational thing. This is forever. It's not going to stop. Read that for me, Baba Kashar.
Rawan Khan. The book of Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time, every purpose under the heavens.
Cat 5s are not man-made. And if they are, it's because the Most High God ordained it. All things go through him alone. There's a time and a place. There's a season for everything. And if it's not passed, if it's not rubber stamped by the Most High God, it is not going to happen. That's right. It's not going to occur. It's not going to take place. Drop that. Give me Isaiah 45 and 7, Baba Kashar. We're going to see exactly what we're talking about in Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. Let's get Isaiah 45 and 7. Nothing happens without the say-so of the Most High God, our Father, who art in heaven. Without his say-so, without his rubber stamp, without his green light, we are stationary. We don't move. We go nowhere. Read that, Baba Kashar.
Rawan Khan. The book of Isaiah 45, verse 7. I form the light.
I do the what?
I form the light.
Read.
And create darkness.
And do what?
And create darkness.
Wow. The Most High God forms the light and he creates darkness. Something that you say in the church is easy to understand, but you don't live by our records still. Read.
Rawan Khan. And created, I make peace. And created evil. I, the Lord, do it all those things.
Read that last part again. He creates peace and what?
Rawan Khan. I make peace and created evil.
He creates evil. Read that again.
I make peace and created evil.
Okay, but I thought
Let's see.
No, who was it the other day? Some Christian telling me where evil comes from. I asked him, does God have the capacity to be evil? He said, no, God is all love. God is all good. God is peace and unity. So I had to read this to him. Isaiah 45 and 7. So he said, that was it. He said, Satan created evil. And I asked him, who created Satan? Muffled. He couldn't answer that because he knows who created Satan. And then I asked him to pluck and read Isaiah 45 and 7. Confounded. His whole argument's done, finished, squashed. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
Rawan Khan. The book of Isaiah 45, 7. I formed the light and created darkness.
This is the Most High God. He forms everything. Nothing can be done without the say-so of the Most High God. Read.
I make peace and created evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Do not be fooled, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Do not let your pastor fool you. Do not let the conspiracy theorists on the internet, in Jamaica, wherever we are, fool you. Do not be fooled. Hurricane Melissa came from the Most High God. Point blank and period. Christians will have you believe Adam created evil when he bit into that into the fruit from the forbidden tree. Christians will have you believe that this is where evil comes from, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. That's where evil first popped up. But what about the millions of people that lived in the land of Nod, lived in the wilderness, lived outside of the Garden of Eden? If we were so perfect and good, we wouldn't have had the need for Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden. Think about what you're teaching, Pastor. Our own black pastors, think about what you're teaching to our people. You're teaching them nonsense and you're teaching them things that are not in our records. Not in our records.
That's right.
Evil has been there from day dot. Why? Because the Most High God created evil, not Adam and Eve. Show me in our records where Adam and Eve created evil. Show me in our scriptures, show me in our records where Satan created evil. Just read that last part again, just so we know exactly who created evil.
I make peace and created evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
I, the Lord, do all these things. There's no getting around this. How long must we suffer in that Christian church believing this nonsense? Hosea 8:7. How long must we suffer watching our people suffer in that Christian church and not know or realize that they're suffering? Because that's what it is. That's what you're doing in that Christian church. You're suffering. It's painful to see our people going through what they go through, what they believe in, what they're taught. And it's absolute rubbish and nonsense. You got that, Mosa? You got that? Read that.
Hosea 4:7.
Hosea 8:7.
Hosea 8:7. Sorry, 8:7. Book of Hosea 8:7. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind.
Read that again, Bob. Listen to this.
For they have sown the wind, and they have reaped the whirlwind.
Okay, so you see, when you sow the wind, this is our people washing their mouths. This is our people talking the nonsense that they talk. They have sowed the wind. They have sinned. They've committed idolatry. They've been sexual deviants. They've fornicated. They've lied. They've not kept the feast days. They've celebrated all the pagan days, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, birthdays. They've not done what they're supposed to do. They're up to their necks swimming in sin. And they boast about it. They go to the church Sunday morning and boast about what they've done. Eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Smoking 60 cigarettes a day. Using their Sunday morning unholy communion to pass each other weed on the back seat. Young Christians, young Rastafarians, Trappadons in church. And this is how far we've fallen. And this is what this is talking about when we sow. Read that again, Bob. We've sown the wind. Read that again, Bob.
For they have sown the wind.
Okay, we've sinned and we love to boast about it. We've sown the wind. Read.
And they shall reap the whirlwind.
We will reap. This is a repercussion of sin. We've sown the wind and we're going to reap the whirlwind. This is Melissa, Cat 5 is a repercussion. It's a repercussion. It's a warning that it's going to get worse. for our boastfulness after we're sinning. That's what this is saying right here. Do we all understand this? This is exactly what this precept is telling us. The whirlwind is Cat 5, aka Melissa. We sin and we reap the repercussions. This is a repercussion and it's a warning. Did you have something to add, Mozart? I thought you was going to say. These weather elements are weapons. A whirlwind, a hurricane, an earthquake, a forest, a rainforest fire. These are elements that the Most High God uses as weapons. They're almost weapons of war against his people, but they're a warning and it's a challenge. The gauntlet's being thrown down. Let's get ourselves right, Israel. Let's get ourselves right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's get up out of these churches and these religions. You got something, sir?
Yeah, what you said just struck something with me. It's like you said that these things are weapons. It's mad because the white man got some weapons, man. I'm telling you straight, some weapons. He can push a button and just finish a whole country off in seconds, man. But it's mad. The Lord got weapons too, and his weapons are something as simple as rain. It keeps raining, keeps raining, keeps raining. Like you think with all the science the white man got, you think he can beat rain? The Lord got wind, just regular old wind, just regular wind, doc. Take your house away.
Yeah,
the Lord was killing everybody in 2020 with COVID-19, man, with the flu. Regular flu symptoms, people were dying. It shows how heavy the Lord is, man. It's a luck, man.
Can't. And just to touch on that, because that's real heavy what you just touched on there. Yeah. Rain, yeah. If man is so great, if Andrew Holness and Donald Trump can concoct a hurricane that totally destroys Jamaica or almost totally destroys Jamaica, like you said, the simplest of thing like rain, the Most High God can beat these concoctions, man's concoctions in his sleep. And we know the Most High God from our records never sleeps. He's never caught kipping. You're not going to catch him kipping on the job. So imagine the Most High God could destroy you with rain. Yeah. Weren't it in Trelawney the other day where the rain burnt the grass? Man would need fire to burn something. The Most High God can make fire and burn with water. What the hell are you talking about? And you want to say that man is God? Andrew Holness is God? Donald Trump is God? Come on, Israel, man. Come on, man. The Most High God burnt the grass with water. He made did you see the video on YouTube? It was raining in Trelawney. All the grass was black, like it had been a fire. They was attributing it to acid rain. But where's that rain come from? Only the Most High God alone. And let me tell you something, you Christians, you Muslims, you Rastafarians, the people that are following Buddhism, Sikhism, Hinduism, your gods can't do nothing of the kind. Our God can burn grass with water, the very element that man uses to put out fire. God uses that element to burn and create fire. How about that? My God.
Also, like water is something that you consider harmless, playful. You have water fights and shit in the summer. You know what I mean? And the Lord has wiped out half of a country, man. Half of an island, man, just with wind and what. You can't tell me the Lord ain't mighty, man. The Lord will take that. The person got things that can drop bombs and blow up this, blow up that. The Lord just uses wind, man. The Lord can use a flock of birds, man. The Lord can use a butterfly to take down your army, man. It's crazy, man. It's luck, yeah.
And we ain't even started on the story of Noah, the biblical story of Noah. We did. Come on, like the captain said, something as simple as water, something as playful as water. The Most High God can turn it into death and destruction with a finger click, with a blink of his eyes. Period. How are you going to challenge that? How are you going to beat that? You can't. Ain't it better that our people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, join us in perfect harmony and we get this right? Isaiah 66 and 15, Baba Kasha. Isaiah 66 and 15. And read that when you're ready, Officer Mozart. My
15.
faithful reader tonight, Mozart.
The book of Isaiah 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
The Lord will do what?
Come with fire.
No, the Lord will come with chopsticks.
The Lord will come with fire.
No, the Lord will come with a tambourine, banging it, running to the top of the hill, singing hallelujah and come by armor, Lord.
The Lord will come with fire.
The Lord will come with fire, read.
And with his chariot.
And with
his chariot.
What you oppressors, the so-called white man and the rest of you alien nations, the heathen nations, call unidentified flying objects. Read.
Khan. Like a whirlwind.
Like a what?
Like a whirlwind.
My God, read.
Khan. To render his anger.
To do what?
To render his anger.
Melissa, Cat 5, read.
With fury.
With what?
With fury.
No, with happiness.
With fury.
With glory.
With fury.
With fury, read.
And his rebuke.
And his what?
And his rebuke.
Correcting you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read.
With flames of fire.
Giving you a warning that you better come home and get yourself in one of the ISUPK schools under the command of General Johanna. Read.
Verse 16. For by fire.
Read 15 again, Baba Kishar. Let's get this right.
Ecclesiastes 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16.
No, 15. That's good. Melissa is nothing. I promise you. Melissa is nothing. This is just the beginning. The worst is yet to come. The chariots are what the angels will arrive here on. The chariots are what the so-called oppressor has taught the world are unidentified flying objects. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. Unidentified flying objects. They'll arrive like Melissa, like a Cat 5. The chariots are going to arrive just like Melissa did, out of nowhere. And you guys are not ready. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in that Christian church, in that Islamic mosque, you're not prepped for this. You're not ready for this. Mozart, where are our people going to get prepped for this? For the whirlwinds and for the judgments. Where are we going to get prepped for this?
From the Bible.
No. Yes, in the Bible, but where specifically? That's generalizing. Where specifically are our people going to get prepped for this? If it's not in the church and not in the mosque, where do our people need to be to get prepped for this? In the ISUPK under the command of General Johanna. This is not difficult. This is not difficult, brothers and sisters. This is not difficult. It's just not. We're going to render the Most High's anger and his fury and his rebuke with fire. It will be good night. It will be good night for 2/3 of our people. And that's that. It's a done deal. Psalms 148 and 8. What time are we on? Salakia for the late start tonight. Wanted to get the whole class in.
So again,
Psalms 148, Baba Kashar. 148 and 8. Let me catch up with you. Because Mozart uses his phone and I'm old school. I use the book. Verse 8, Baba Kashar.
The book of Psalms 148, verse 8. Fire and hail.
What?
Fire and hail.
Read that again.
Psalms 148, verse 8.
No, just read
fire
and hail.
And hail. Snow and vapor. Stormy winds. Fulfilling his words.
Okay, so a Cat 5 is a judgment, or it can be for the good of the land. What does snow do, Mozart? What does the element of snow do to the land? Okay, what does rain do to the land?
Rain can nourish the land as well as it can make it land.
Rain hydrates the land. What does sun do?
Dry it out.
No, sun makes everything grow. Light. What's it called? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis from the sun is what makes everything grow. Rain hydrates the land to enable the sun, photosynthesis, to allow everything to grow. What does snow do to the land?
Well, snow just like frozen water, so it can cause dry out, and it can cause flooding.
No, snow does a specific thing to the land. All the elements fall in line. They're for a reason, and they're from God. So we know God doesn't just do things idly. The Most High God doesn't just do something for the sake of it. The rain has its, everything's got for a season, for a reason. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Everything has a time and a place and a season. Okay, so we've got the elements. We've got the rain, the weather elements. We've got the rain, which hydrates the earth. We've got the sun, which brings about photosynthesis, which makes everything grow, the trees, the plants, the grass, the weed. And then we've got snow. What does snow do? Snow cleanses the earth's surface. It cleans everything. Have you never noticed how dirty the streets look? And then we'll get a foot of snow in January, February. And when the snow clears up, everywhere looks immaculately clean.
The water does the same thing.
No, the water doesn't. The water doesn't. The water doesn't do that.
Of course, water.
No, it doesn't. The water can wash away a horse, a cat, a car. Water does not cleanse the earth. Do your research. Snow alone cleans the earth's surface. Water, rain, hydrates the earth. Sun gives us photosynthesis and makes everything grow. Okay, so that's what the elements do. Read that again, Baba Kishar.
The book of Psalms 148, verse 7. Verse 8. Fire and hail, snow and vapors, storm and wind, fulfilling his words.
Okay, so the Most High's word will always be fulfilled. And what is the Most High's word? Anybody in class? His promise, what does that entail?
Promises.
What class is this?
Law class.
The law. So to fulfill his word, what have we got to be doing? He fulfills his word. How do we fulfill his word? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Is keeping our oaths. How can we do that in the Christian church? When they don't believe in the law, they only believe in 10 laws. 9. Salakia, they keep 9. They don't even keep the 10 commandments. So according to the first 5 books of the Bible, there's 613 laws. Minus the sacrificial laws, we've still got around about 500 and odd approximate laws to keep. Now, a lot of the laws we keep without even knowing we're keeping them. A lot of the brotherhood laws, sisterhood laws, a lot of the moral laws. Yeah, but there's laws, there's complex laws that we don't understand because we've never been taught them in the Christian church. Ceremonial laws, dietary laws. We're not taught these laws in the church. We grow up, our people grow up thinking, brainwashed, thinking that lobster's a delicacy. If we go on a holiday from Jamaica to the Mediterranean, even in Jamaica, we're going to have to try this lobster. We've got to try crab. These are seabed scavengers that have no fins and scales, no filter for bacteria. They're filthy beasts in the ocean, and they have a job. That's why they was created. They keep the ocean bed clean. They eat decretion. They eat the decretion from the other fishes off the seabed. That's what they do. Salakia, have you read that? Is that it?
Yes, I have to read Psalms 148, verse 8.
Oh,
Okay, so if you want me to read down to 9, 10, 11,
no. Hold on. Read verse 8 again.
The book of Psalms 148, verse 8. Fire and hail, snow and vapors, stormy winds, fulfilling his words.
And vapor, stormy wind, fulfilling his word. Okay, so this is a warning again. You see this? This is a warning to you so-called blacks, to us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy wind, fulfilling his word. We are going to be punished. If we live in our lives in sin, if we're going to stay in that Christian church and these religions and denominations, we're going to be punished. He will fulfill his word. Whether the Most High God fulfills his word through a reward for us or through a punishment, that word will be fulfilled. You got something, Captain?
Sorry, yeah. Some powerful scriptures, man. I can't stop. But he said that storm, hail, wind fulfills God's word, does what God tells it to do, not what Andrew Holness tells it to do. That's, you know what I mean? So make sure that God can use wind, rain, sleet, snow to do what he wants to do. God wants the whole nation wiped out. He will use that. That's cold, man. He said nothing about no prime minister. He didn't say nothing about Mother Nature or no accident. He said God makes it happen.
Everything's through the Most High God. The order for the other one. Everything's through the Most High God. Like we say, we don't move. In the ISUPK, we don't move a muscle unless we're told to. There's a man above me and there's a man above that man. And the head is General Yohana. And General Yohana, it doesn't stop there. General Yohana answers to Christ. And Christ answers to our Father, his Father, all of our Father, the Most High God. This is a pecking order. And there's no getting out of this. And if you come to the ISUPK and see our protocol, you will understand it because of the Bible. Not to go against the scriptures, because of the Bible. This is where we get our protocol from. And it's as simple as that, and it's black and white. This is not difficult, Israel. This is not difficult. Any questions in the stream, Mozart?
No.
Okay, get me Isaiah 29 and 6, Baba Kashar. Let's keep it moving with the precepts. Hold on. Let me catch you. Oh, Isaiah 29 and 6. Read that when you're ready, Baba Kashar.
The book of Isaiah 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder.
With what?
With thunder.
No, with a tambourine.
With thunder.
No, with a fan in the hand.
With thunder.
No, with presents.
With thunder.
No, with wrapped up presents.
With thunder.
With thunder. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder. Who is the Lord of hosts?
The Most High.
The Most High God. Read on.
And with earthquakes.
And with what?
And with earthquakes.
Read.
And great noise.
And what?
Great noise.
Okay, so thunder and great noise. You know, in the sky, we're gonna go on and read about this. In the sky, when you just before the thunder, what do you get?
Lightning.
A bolt of lightning. Then to know, according to science, to know how far away that lightning is, that electricity bolt, how far away it is from you, or from Earth, from this kingdom, from this planet. How do they measure it? you count in seconds. So the minute you hear the thunder, you start count. The thunder, that's the Most High God's voice rumbling, giving you a warning. He's sending electricity. This ain't 240 or 240 in your plug socket. This ain't a 50 amp bulb or a 40 amp bulb. This is a bolt of lightning from the heavens, from up above. This can destroy this kingdom as we know it. Now, understand this, Officer Mozart. When you hear God's voice rumbling, when you hear that sound of thunder in the sky, you count from it stops. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you see the lightning. Or is it the other way around? Hold on, the lightning. Salakia, other one.
Thunder roll and then lightning flash.
Do you get the thunder first or the lightning?
You get the thunder.
You get the thunder, then the lightning. Okay, so you count the seconds and then you add the 3 noughts. And that's how many thousands of miles that electricity is away from you. Okay, and we was taught that in science school. That's what I thought. He says it's the thunder first. Yeah, it's the lightning first, then the sound. Light travels faster than sound. So you get a bolt of lightning. Then when the bolt of lightning, you see it in the sky, you count 1, 2, 3. Then if the thunder goes after 3, that electricity is 3,000 miles away. If you count 1, it's right above your head. Be very careful. Be very careful because one thing we know is earthquakes, lightning and thunder, whirlwinds, hurricanes are all recorded where? In our records. Read that again, Baba Kushar.
The book of Isaiah 29, verse 6. Verse 6?
Verse 6.
Verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder. With thunder.
Read.
And with earthquake.
With
earthquake.
Okay.
And great noise.
His voice, the thunder you hear rumbling, is the Most High God growling. It's a warning. Read.
With storms.
With what?
With storms.
With what?
With storm.
With Melissa. Read.
And tempest.
With what?
Tempest.
Okay, Cat 5, he's just showing you you're upsetting him. Tempest, he's not even angry yet. This is a warning. Read.
And the flames of devouring fire.
And now you've angered him. Now you've angered the Most High God with flames of devouring fire. How could Melissa be man-made? If it really was man, it would have been ordained by the Most High God. How could man make up thunder and lightning? That's right. How could man make up a whirlwind? How could man make up an earthquake? How could man make up a Cat 5? Cat 5 is from the Most High God. Right. And the sooner you get your head around this, the easier it's going to be for you to enter one of the ISUPK schools and learn the truth and learn who you really are and learn who the Most High God is. Read that again, Baba Kishar.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storms and tempests and the flame of devouring fire.
There we go. It's a done deal. Good night. If we can't get it together, Israel, we've got big trouble ahead of us. We've got big problems ahead of us, and this is coming down fast. This is not slowing down. Melissa, I want to say Melissa is just the beginning, but it's really the beginning of the end. If we can't hearken, if a Cat 5 hurricane, which the likes have never been seen before, on this small island in the Caribbean called Jamaica. If Cat 5 is not enough after 1951, after 1988, after the hurricane in 2000 and was it 16, 17? The other hurricane that was a Cat 3. There was another one, what dear, not too long ago. Okay, but if we can't hearken, if we can't take the warning signs and get out of that church and do what's right for ourselves and by our children and start teaching them the truth and bringing them back to the Most High God and bringing our people back to our records, if we can't do this and make this change, then in layman's terms, we're doomed. We are completely doomed. Good night. It's over. Draw the curtains. Draw the curtains and don't bother opening them in the morning, because it's not going to be a pretty sight outside. You're not going to like what you see. And you're going to be looking at your beloved kingdom from them church windows, and it's going to be destroyed. It's going to be over. It's going to be finished. It's going to be no more. I hope we're all following this.
That's right.
Especially the Christians and the Muslims, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian Christian and Muslims that are hearing this broadcast. Because this is a law class, and without the law, we are never going to be anything. We are never going to build our communities, and we are never going to build our nation back to where it used to be. You got something, Captain Salaki?
Yeah, man. Again, you keep saying we should market. I don't think too, man. Like the Most High is doing all this to get our attention, man. When are we gonna give God our attention? When are we gonna say, you know what? Let's just give God our attention, man. We got excuses. Nah, man, it was Donald Trump. Nah, man, it was wholeness. Nah, it was this. It was Mother Nature. When can we say, you know what? Let's just put down the weed, man. God's trying to kill us. Let's stop the whoredom. Stop giving jacket and slagging around. Let's do it. Why we gotta try? Oh, it's not God. It's this. It's that. All them churches in Jamaica and mosques in Jamaica, and it couldn't stop the law from destroying the island, man. Clearly, that's that in the way, man. Salakia.
That's right. Moses, grab that mic there. Oh man, yeah, it's deep. I mean, we can come and open the school. We can broadcast this to our people, and we can teach you every week. Yeah, but ultimately, you've got to prove to the Most High God that you're willing. The Most High God, we know that you're able. You're able, you're capable. You have the capacity to do this, but you're so comfortable in that mosque. You're so comfortable in that church. You're so comfortable around your Rastafarian elders teaching you nonsense. You see, because what they teach you, what these leaders in our communities are teaching you is easy for you to learn and easy for you to live by. Rastafarianism, for example, is easy when a Rastafarian elder is telling you praise God and smoke weed. It's easy for your Christian pastor to tell you worship the Most High God and eat pork. It's easy for your Muslim imam, your Islamic imam, telling you all praises to the Most High God and everything in the waters is halal. What? So crab, shrimp, lobster is not filthy anymore, when Moses told us it was. But in your mosque, it's clean, because halal is the very definition of clean and righteous and good enough to eat before the eyes of God. When we know, and we've got to, honestly, man, our records are so beautiful. Imagine where we'd be without our records. We'd be in that mosque and that Christian church, breaking every goddamn law that's available to break. And that's the beauty of our records. And the only group of people in this kingdom that study, learn our records, and keep the law, statutes, and commandments are the priests and prophets, the sisters, the students, the captains, the generals, the officers, the young children, that are born in this truth and come into the truth with their parents, with their grandparents, is in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohanna.
That's right.
There's nothing else. That's it. That's it. And it's a done deal. So we've got to get out of these denominations. We've got to get out of these religions and stop pissing the Most High God off. Salakia. Salakia. Give me Haggai 2 and 6, Mosa. The book of Haggai 2 and 6.
The book of Haggai 2 verse 6. For the Lord said, the Lord of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the seas and the dry land.
Why the hell would we think we can do what the hell we want and get away with it? Why would we think this? Why would we think we can stay in that Christian church? Especially when we're seeing things like Cat 5s pop up that we've never seen before in the Caribbean, that we've never seen before in Jamaica. All of a sudden, we start getting Cat 5s. We know we're in the last days. We know all the signs are there. I mean, you don't have to be in that Christian church to know and understand that you're not taught this. And here we're telling you this is the truth. You're taught the truth in here in our schools. And yet we can't get it together, Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We just can't get it together. We can't hold it together. We can't hold it down. You don't hold a job down for more than 6 months. Your children are running wild. Your wife's got multiple husbands and is a deviant behind your back. You're eating all kinds of filthy foods. You're praying to and worshiping all kinds of fake gods that don't even exist. Why do we think we're going to get away with this? Haggai 2 and 6. Read that again, Bob.
The book of Haggai 2 verse 6. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land.
There you go. So why would we think that we can break the laws of the Most High God and it will just go straight over his head? Why do we think it will fly straight over his head, unnoticed, will slip through the net? Do you know what's happened to our people, other one? Our people have seen the other 17 nations. This is what goes on in Christianity and Islam and all the other isms, Rastafarianism, all the other denominations, religions. Our people see that they've got a great life and they have got no judgments in this kingdom and they're not punished. And they see, well, why is all this happening to us? Why is all this happening to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Why is a brick wall being built to keep Mexicans out? Why have blacks and Native Indians been through 400 years of oppression and slavery and put on reservations in their own native land? The Native Americans, the Seminoles and the Gadites and the Reubenites. Why has all this happened to us? Let's be with them. Then we won't be like this. We won't be judged. And we find it easier to follow the wicked. We find it easier to follow the profane because the wicked and the profane haven't reached their judgment yet. God doesn't know them. What's the scripture? What's the precept? You alone have I known. You alone have I judged of all the families. Amos 3 and 2. Amos 3 and 2.
You only have I known.
That's but no, it might be another scripture. There's something about a judgment in there that God talks about a judgment. You alone I will judge.
You alone have I known.
Yeah. Amos 3 and 2. Read. Just get that real quick, and we'll.
The book of Amos 3 verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
No, therefore I'll allow you to run into the Edomites' arms.
Therefore, I'll punish you for all your iniquities.
No, therefore I'll allow you with the Ishmaelites in the mosque.
Therefore, I'll punish you with all your iniquities. For all your iniquities.
Therefore, I'll let you be an East Indian and call yourself a Rastafarian.
Therefore, I'll punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, he's going to punish us for all our iniquities. He doesn't care that we followed them. The Most High God doesn't care that we take ourselves away from him, turn our back on him, and put ourselves amongst people and in denominations that are not judged at the minute and are not facing a punishment at the moment. Do we all follow this? We're getting comfortable, but guess what? You're familiar with the term. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Well, the Most High God finds that needle quite easily. It's only hard for me and you to find that needle. The Most High God comes along, waves his little pinky, and the needle's stuck to his hand, stuck to his finger. And that's what we are amongst these heathen nations. We're like needles in a haystack. But the Most High God is going to find you. And you're still going to face this judgment. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
Okay. The book of Amos 3 verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. You're not getting away from the Most High God. The Most High shakes the heavens and then sends Melissa to remind us of our obligation. You've got an obligation. If you are so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you have got an obligation. You are tied to the Most High God. There's no running into these heathen nations and getting away. You can run, but you can't hide. There's another terminology you're surely familiar with. You can run, but you can't hide. And just like the Zionists, the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Hamites are going to be running and hiding when that sky cracks open. We're doing that today. We're doing that very thing today. We're running, we're hiding in that Christian church, in that mosque, with the Rastafarian elders, keeping these vain, profane traditions that do not belong to us, thinking we can hide from God. If we act like the white man, we're going to be rewarded like the white man. If we act like the Arabs, my child is going to be playing in the back garden with his shovel and his spade and his bucket one summer, and he's going to sprout oil. And I'm going to be as rich as a sheep. No, you're damn well not. The Most High God's going to find that needle in the haystack, and you're going to face your judgment. Read that one more time, Baba Kishore.
The book of Amos 3 verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Good night. It's over, Israel. If you stay in that mosque, if you stay in that Christian church, you are going to fail. You are going to be found, and you are going to face your judgment and punishment for all your iniquities. Last precept, because we're touching 9 o'clock. Give me I'll tell you what to give me. I've got a precept. Give me Isaiah 28. Hold on, let me find it. Behold, the Lord has a mighty. Give me Isaiah 28 and 2. This will be the last precept.
Okay. The book of Isaiah 28 verse 2. Behold, the Lord art a mighty and strong one.
Okay, what's a strong one? What's Isaiah talking about here? What's a strong one? Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Behold, the Lord art a mighty and strong one.
What's a strong one?
Talking about his arm? Strong arm?
No. Laha. Laha. What's the topic about?
Mighty and strong?
Read that again, Baba
Quran
Kushar.
Khan. Behold, the Lord art a mighty and strong one.
Okay, what is the Lord's mighty and strong one? What's going on in Jamaica?
One of his
What's going on in Jamaica right now? So what's the Most High's mighty and strong one? Think along the lines, the Most High God's got a bag of tricks in his hat. Give it up for that. The Most High God's mighty and strong one is his earthquakes, is his rainforest fires, is his winds of power and mighty gusts, his bolts of his voice, his thunder, his bolts of electricity, lightning, his hurricanes. The Most High God has got a bag of tricks, and not you, not me, not Andrew Holness, not Donald Trump, not the Zionists, not the Arabs. Nobody can stop his bag of tricks. Nobody's going to stop the Most High God's strong one. Read that again, Baba Kushar.
Quran Khan. Isaiah 28 verse 2. Behold, the Lord art a mighty hand, a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm.
Okay, powerful devices that cannot be combated by anybody. No one's combating the Most High strong ones. Do we all follow this? There's nobody. Look, who the hell do these Zionists think they are? Who do they think they are? We're going to build a nuclear program in the Middle East, but Kuwait, Dubai, Syria, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, no one else is allowed to, but we're going to. Okay, and even the Arabs, yeah, the inventors of the slave trade. Who the hell do these clowns think they are? Who the hell? And this is who we want to follow and be a part of. Come on, Israel, let's get it together. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You have everything on your doorstep. You have the world at your feet. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you've got the strong one with you. You've got his bag of tricks on your side. Do we all follow this? Read that again. Read that again, and we'll wind it up.
Quran Khan. Behold, the Lord art a strong and mighty one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand.
So remember this, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. The Most High God does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and we would do well to bear this in mind when we're breaking his laws, statutes, and commandments, when we're sticking to our guns in that Christian church and in that Islamic mosque and whatever other nonsensical religion and denomination we want to put ourselves in and put our children in. Let's bear in mind that the Most High God has a strong one, and you're going to face that strong one in this life. And at the end of this kingdom, if we don't get it together, Israel, we love you, and we're the home of the truth, and we want you to know this, and we want you to receive the blessings we receive. And with that, I'm going to call the class. Clap it up. I'm going to hand the class over to Officer of Mozart for the security announcements. There you go, young man.
This is the ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK. Started out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves off the world. If they need transportation, the priest will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest into a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 verse 21, Malachi 3 verse 8 to 10 means tithes in the Hebrew, Mahashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not monetary, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation.
The Feast of Hanukkah, the 14th of December, otherwise known as the Feast of Dedication in the Bible.
Announce Holy Convocation from sheet. Remind Achaman and Achawa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shoes, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, we give the teacher one courteous salute. Man of Israel, Emadiam Shabbat, Emadiam Barak, Yahabashim Yashabakta.
Yabashim Yashabak Dam.
And with that, Yazamata, dismiss.
By the future.